young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my install. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the install. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my. I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah, the mother.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Murphy. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, but he's got it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 14 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more. Goes underneath the bell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. To throw on second is Watson. He's got Fuller. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Now Watson going to sneak it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
All right, let's go get it now, all right?
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, halted by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Here we go.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes
and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Let's go. Snickers, you got to spin.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 45.
Down. Back 22.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Tiger.
Back to throw, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Murphy.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Richmond.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former 1st-rounder, Artie Burns. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there of 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Basham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at them with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Tiger.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
All right, here we go. Whoa! You good into the car? Take 2 of them. 24.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Double bump.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches, holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Now being hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Texans scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watson, off play action. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will tie. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Ben to throw again. Now he steps away. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, and certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And some room to work. Shifts by at the 15. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a 1st down as well. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they'll go on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And on the ground they go with the running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.